let's get to work. We've had this IBC tote laying around. It's performed various functions for us through the years on the farm, including storing firewood to keep it dry for customers that we've invited to stay over night on our farm and camp. But it's time now to give it its next chapter in life. In this instance, it's going to be converted into a chicken brooder. Our previous brooder was constructed just using sheets of plywood that we would set up in our barn in the pen that you've seen a time or two here on the channel. And we've had good luck with our barn cat helping to keep any predators away, and the barn cat has not had any temptation to eat any of our chicks. But for this winter, for these chicks, we're going to set up the brooder in another building so that it's closer to the house, easier to keep track of, and provide a little bit more protection. The finishing touches are being applied to the cabinet that we've been working on. Katie has chosen a color that matches quite well with what we already have in the kitchen. So check out the finished look. Just a clear coat here on the countertop. I expect the pine will darken a little bit with age to match what's already in the kitchen.
Daddy.
Archie.
Wow. Hey, mommy. Come on.
These oak logs here have been sitting since early spring when I cut down some trees for the 1,000-foot run of fencing that I did earlier this year. Most of this white oak comes from a single tree. It was a 6-foot diameter at the base. It is an interesting tree, easily the largest I've ever dropped. I managed to drop it using nothing but a 20-inch chainsaw bar. But these logs have been in the way. I've actually had to turn away some of our firewood customers this summer because you just couldn't get into the firewood that was behind them for most of the year. And especially this summer, we had a high demand for campfire wood. The wood that you see behind me there, that's all sassafras. It would make fantastic campfire wood. It smells great, burns easy. But people didn't want it for whatever reason, so I actually had to stop offering my home heating wood just so that I would have enough to get through this winter for my customers. Alright, firewood's all split. It's about 30 feet long, pile that's probably every bit of 4 feet high. I'll go ahead and get this stacked up in the evenings after work. That's a good job to get the blood flowing when I get home. So, gonna put the wood splitter away and see what's next. We've got the remnants of a tropical storm coming through tomorrow, so I'm gonna head up and start working on the tree row project back there to finish the fence. So let's get started. Got about an hour or so of daylight left, and I got to move the cows, so I don't got much time to do work today, but I did some work a couple days ago. I haven't been up to really see what the progress was, so I'm going to check that out first and try to get an idea how much work is left up here. I was able to get up here early in the weekend and run the brush hog, and it gave me an idea of being able to see what I had left. So now I'm just coming through, cutting some of the lower brush back so that I can get a sense of what big trees are left to come down. Alright, got some of the underbrush cleared out and some of those dead trees knocked down. I have a survey marker right here next to this tree, and then that makes it a lot easier to see what I need to do for this third of the line or so. I've got this tree right here with the Y in it. That's going to be a challenge. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. And then behind it, I've got the next big tree to do, and then the one after that is the corner for the property line for 3 of us neighbors. So I got to get those 2 big trees down. Behind this one, this first one here, there's another double tree I don't know if I'll need to do anything with that or not. Maybe just take the side of the double that's on the left down, and then going this way I've got this one right here that I need to contend with, and let's go see what else is down that way. Before I forget, I cut this dead tree down, but it's up there leaning in the other tree. I don't like to leave things undone, especially with a storm coming tomorrow. This cluster of trees here, I'm pretty sure they're locusts, and very dead locusts. They saw like rocks. Dull the chainsaw real quick. Very hard to cut through. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but the next survey marker stake is right there to the right of this tree. So that one that I previously mentioned definitely is going to come out. And then panning around over here, this really big cherry tree, it might be able to stay, but I'll kind of leave it up to the neighbor as far as whether or not we take this one down. And got a whole bunch of more dead stuff down there, and the trees, the right side of this cluster will come down. And then I'm really hoping to avoid, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to avoid taking that nice oak tree down. I don't see a reason to take that down. I think I'll keep my fence on the inside of that, regardless of where the line actually ends up. But yeah, the right side of that one has to come down, and then probably that cherry will come down too. So looks like I got about 4 or 5 trees left to do before I can do fencing. So I think after the big push this weekend, I'm in a good position to see if I can get this done before the winter weather sets in. I gotta auger the holes for the corners at that end next to the corner tree. So I've got probably a weekend or 2 of work with these big trees that need to come down, and then probably just 1 weekend of work for the to finish the fencing. So that's pretty much perfect timing before the really cold weather sets in and the ground starts to freeze. So, but we're running out of daylight here today, with the day's ending early, so gonna call it quits for today. Go move the cows, and we'll see if we can't get this done before winter. Really appreciate you watching. Catch you on the next one.